Hello, beautiful human beings of the Truth Alchemy Collective. Good morning. Ella here, Truth Embodiment Coach, and live with you for day 2 of our impromptu 3-day live stream series. So let me know as you're joining on live. Come into the field, come into the frequency. Let me know that you're here. Tell me how you're feeling today. If you got the chance to watch the transmission from yesterday, what's been landing, how are you feeling, what's been shifting. Let me know all the things. I see 2 people here. Yay. And I'm really excited about today's transmission. So yesterday, oh, hello, Jane. So nice to see you. Yesterday, we talked all about desire, right? We talked about what do you actually want? What do you actually really want? If you stopped worrying about looking like an idiot if it doesn't happen on your timeline, if you stop making it mean something about yourself. We understood that our desires are not the end-all be-all, but simply an initiation onto the greatest path of healing and becoming who we're meant to be. Hello, Megan. Yay, you're feeling great and grounded. I'm so happy to hear that. And so today, I want to take it a step further with you. What I want to chat with you about is seeing yourself as the creatrix. Or you can also say creator if that feels better for you, but I love the word creatrix. Seeing yourself as the creatrix, as the creator, as the one who holds the power to create. Hello, beautiful Christine. It's been a while. I miss seeing you. You are a creatrix. You hold within you the innate ability to create, the innate ability to create what you desire without needing to do anything more, be anything more, or have anything more aside from who you are in this moment. I want you to just let this land for a second here. You are a creatrix. It is your innate ability to create without needing any more of anything, without needing any more evidence. The only evidence that you need that you are a creatrix, that you have the power to influence your reality and your experience of it, the only evidence you need is this. Take your hand, place it on your heart. You can place it right over here where you can find your pulse, or on your wrist, anywhere where you can just feel the beating of your heart, the sign that you are alive. Take in a deep inhale in. Exhale out. The sign that you are alive. That's the only evidence you need that you are a creatrix and that you have the power to create. Often what happens and what messes our frequency up when it comes to manifestation and creation is that we do not see ourselves as a creator. We see ourselves as a kid, like trying something out for the first time. Like, I'm not sure if this thing's gonna work. I'm not sure if I can really do this. Like, let me just give this manifesting, creating thing a try, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work, maybe I'm cut out for it, maybe I'm not cut out for it. And we miss the most important piece of the puzzle for manifestation, for creation, or just for living in your life, for any kind of transformation that you desire. And that is the identity piece. Your identity is how you see yourself. In NLP, we have this really beautiful pyramid called the logical levels of the mind. The logical levels of the mind start with your purpose. It starts with understanding, why are you here on this planet? And I know it's a big question. It's a question that I've asked myself for years and years, and now I finally have this somatic experience, this deep knowing of truth of why I'm here. The purpose informs our identity, which is how we see ourselves, right? Who are we? Who am I? The big question. Your identity then informs your values and your beliefs. Your values and your beliefs then inform your capabilities and your skills. Then your capabilities and your skills determine the types of actions that you're going to take. And that then determines the external environment that you live in. So this missing piece that I have witnessed in myself, that I've witnessed in clients, that I've witnessed in conversations and in my community, is that we go about manifesting from this place of, I don't actually believe that I'm a creator. I don't actually believe that I'm a creatrix. Let me just try this thing out. Maybe it might work. Maybe it won't work. Who knows? In us saying, let me just try this out. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't work. It's like us saying, let me just try breathing. Maybe it'll work for me, or maybe the breathing thing won't work for me. Let me try eating. Like maybe I can eat, or maybe I can't eat. It's a part of who you are. It's a part of who you are. It's a part of your innate ability. You being here, you're not just a human being. You are an infinite expression captured in a point in time and space, having a human experience. When I teach on the concept of identity through my programs, as in Light Up and Manifest, and even in Creatrix channel and anywhere else where I speak about identity work and I help my clients work on identity, I always talk about your true identity. Your true identity is a union between the finite and the infinite. It's the part of you that knows that, yes, I'm a human being, I have a meat suit, and I have human constraints, and I have human limits. And it's the part of you that understands, wait a minute, but I'm not just this meat suit. I'm not just this finite expression. I have an infinite part of me. And the moment that you can lean more into that infinite part of you is the moment that you can truly, deeply remember and feel in your body, I am a creatrix. I am here for a reason. I am here to create, and I have the power, the ability to create. Not just from this finite human, let me do more, let me hustle, let me grind, let me push, let me do all the things, but I have this natural, innate ability to create through my beingness, through my energy. That then, yes, needs to be coupled with the finite actions that we need to take to move in this third dimensional realm, but that's only a piece of the puzzle. If we do not see ourselves as a creatrix as we are, if we do not believe that we can create, if we do not see ourselves as the creatrix, then you're constantly going to be trying and doing and trying to gather the external evidence to prove that you can create. When in reality, the only evidence you ever needed is the fact that you have a beating heart, is the fact that you are here, is the fact that you are alive. That's the only evidence you ever need. And so what does it actually mean to create, right? When we talk about manifestation, when we talk about creation, what does it actually mean to create? This code came through for me over the last couple of days because I also taught on this on Monday or Tuesday in the Creatrix channel, and it's freaking profound. We often think about creation and manifestation from this like very grandiose, like fancy point of view. I'm only a master manifester. I'm only a creator. I'm only a creatrix if I think about something and it shows up right away. If that doesn't happen, then that means that I'm not a creatrix, and that means that I'm not good at this manifesting thing. How do we create meanings like that? How do we do that, right? What came through for me and what I'm truly, truly feeling at a deep level is that what it means to create, the foundation of your creation abilities is not in like what we see in The Secret, where it's like you think about the elephant and then boom, it shows up in your living room. That's not what it means to actually create and manifest in a truth embodied way. The foundation of your creation ability comes from your recognition that you have the power to choose in every single second of your life what something means. The foundation in your ability to create lies in the recognition of your power to choose in every single moment. What do you make something mean? How do you perceive things? Because the concept of reality is actually very malleable. The way that it's been landing for me personally is that our personal reality is based on two things. Is based on our observation of something, our observation of what is, and what we make that thing mean. That's how something exists in our reality, is that we see it, and then we make it mean something. And then there's an association that happens. And that's how our entire reality, our lives, our perception of our lives are created. It's like this hat, okay? If I went into the store and I never crossed the rack where this hat sat, this hat does not exist in my reality. If I walk past the rack where I see this hat and I can see the hat, okay? I observe it. It's like, okay, that's the first step. The second step is that I have to make it mean something. I have to have some kind of interaction with this hat where it's like, I like it. I want it. It makes me look good. I want to buy it. And then this hat now exists in my reality. And it's been existing in my reality a lot the last couple of days because I'm obsessed with it. So without me seeing the thing, observing it, it does not exist in my life. If I observe it, and it doesn't mean anything to me, it also doesn't really exist in my life. Like, think about all the strangers that you might have seen on the street. You walk down the street, you see a bunch of people, you observe them, you see them, but they don't really mean anything to you unless somebody comes up and gives you a compliment, or unless you see someone who looks like a friend of yours and you're like, oh crap, like that looks like my friend. Unless something happens where there is a meaning associated, it does not linger in your reality. So in order for us to create a reality, two pieces, the observation and the meaning. So we often think about, okay, like manifestation is just like, I want this kind of a relationship, boom, it should show up. Or I want this amount of money, boom, it should show up. That's definitely part of the manifesting, situation. But that's only one piece of it. Because we're actually creating in every single moment. We're creating meanings in every single moment. And the way that we create meanings in every single moment is actually the way that we are creating our life. Because your life is not just lived the moment that a tangible desire shows up. Your life is lived in the in-between. Your life is lived from the moment that you start desiring and you're like, this thing is not here yet, but I want it. But it's not here yet, but I want it. This is where your life is lived. And this is where our lives will forever be lived. Because the moment that something shows up, it's like, amazing, I got it. What's next? What's the next thing? So what I want you to understand here is that creating and manifesting on a daily basis while seeing yourself as the creatrix is not just about how quickly some tangible thing that you want shows up. But it's about in every single moment, what are you making the things that are in your life, the things that are showing up mean? And how do you experience your reality? Because nothing has to change in your reality for you to change your experience of it. Let this land. Nothing has to change in your reality for you to change your experience of it. The only thing that needs to change is the meaning that you create, is the perception that you create. If you're longing to manifest a romantic partner, and right now the current situation is that you do not yet have a romantic partner, you're in the in-between. You can choose to make it mean that I'm not a creatrix, I'm not good at manifesting, because if I was good at manifesting, then this person would have showed up already and they haven't showed up yet, so there's something wrong with me and I'm not good enough and I'm just not cut out to do this manifesting thing. Or You can anchor into your creatrix power. You can remember, the only thing I need as evidence that I have the power to create is my beating heart, is the breath that I can take in. And I remember that my reality, the way that I create in every single moment, every single day, is not just when the big things show up. It's in my observation of what is and what I make it mean. So right now in my life, I can observe that I desire to have a romantic partner. And I can also observe that there is no romantic partner yet. And your point in creating, this is where the manifestation magic happens. Your point in creating is to look at this gap and be like, what do I make it mean? Do I lean towards the temptation perception, which is that I'm not good enough, it's not going to happen for me because it hasn't happened yet? Or do I choose to perceive this gap as this person can show up any single day? I now have the space to love myself more. I have the space to deepen my relationship with myself, to prepare myself to be the person who is an energetic match for this romantic partner that I desire. I choose to make it mean that everything, all the relationships that I have been in the past have been working for me. And right now, any second now, it can show up. I choose to make it mean that now I have the space to take my own breath away, to fall in love with myself. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I know it's coming. The same situation, but your experience of your reality radically transforms. And what happens when you change your experience of your current reality is that begins to shift your personal point of attraction. That begins to shift your personal field. And this is where the magic happens. Because when you shift your field, the moment that you let go of holding on to the lack, the minute that you let go of looking at what is not yet here and making that mean that you cannot create, but instead you're choosing to see, you're choosing to make the meaning that my creation is in motion. My creation is on its way. You get into the alignment much faster to actually bring in that physical thing into your physical reality. But the creation doesn't just happen when the thing shows up. The creation happens in every single moment, from moment to moment, from moment to moment to moment to moment, based on what you make things mean. That is your true creatrix power, is your recognition of your ability to choose how you perceive something and what you make something mean, especially when the external circumstances aren't giving you the evidence that what you want is going to show up, is not giving you the evidence that it's going to work out. How do you change your own experience of that reality? By changing the meanings that you create. And from that place is where the magic happens. And so when we get caught up with in our heads about, can I really create because I've tried before and it hasn't worked for me, can I really create? Really let yourself tune in here and ask, has it really not worked when you committed yourself to a desire? Has it really not worked? Or perhaps have you just given up a bit too soon? The moment that it feels like nobody is signing up, the money isn't coming in, the love hasn't shown up at your door, did you just give up because you're like, I don't want to deal with the potential situation where I give it my all and then it doesn't work out, and then I have even more evidence that I'm not meant for this manifesting thing? Because that is the biggest reason why things don't show up sometimes. It's not because we're not good at creating, but it's the fact that we energetically give up on what we want before it has the chance to show up, because we're so afraid of what would it mean about me if it doesn't show up? What if that proves that I'm not a creatrix? What if that proves that I'm actually not good enough? And so, as we talked about yesterday, this kind of fear only gives you the illusion of safety. Because at the end of the day, you're going to feel sad and bad regardless. So it gives you the illusion of safety. Like, if I give up now, at least I kind of save face. But does it really matter for you to save face, or does it matter more for you to actually go after what you want and to anchor deeply into your ability to create every single day? What matters more to you? What's going to matter more to you a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, at the end of your life? What's going to matter more? The fact that you saved your face, the fact that you didn't feel like an idiot just for a little while? Does that matter more to you, or does it matter more that you actually truly committed to the things that you want and you showed up no matter what? So our human default is to focus on the lack. Our human default is to focus on what we have not yet created and make it mean that you're not good at this creating thing. I've done this so many times. So many times. And I can say this with like full knowing. I've created so many amazing things in my life. And this morning, even as I was just like doing my embodiment practice and dancing, at this moment where it hit me, I was like, holy crap, I'm only 25. I'm only 25. I've created so much in my life. I have experienced so much in my life. I've worked my dream job in corporate. I've transitioned into an entrepreneur. I live in a beautiful apartment. I've manifested amazing romances. I've manifested amazing clients, abundance, the opportunity to grow, to heal, to expand, the ability to travel to many places. I've manifested so many things, and I'm only 25. It really hit me there. Because on a day-to-day basis, I don't often feel like that. I think about what I want and how it has not yet shown up. And I'm just like, well, if I was really good at this manifesting thing, then this thing should have showed up, this thing should have showed up, that thing should have showed up, that thing should have showed up. And so our human brain is conditioned to focus on the lack, to focus on what is not yet here yet, and make that mean something about our ability to create. And so your biggest commitment to yourself is to really be aware of the moments of when that temptation happens. When that temptation pattern, as I call it in the Truth Alchemy methodology, the temptation pattern to give your power away to something that's happening outside of you. Where does that temptation happen in your life where you're just like, hasn't happened yet, so I'm not good enough, and you're just focusing on what is not yet here. And when that temptation pattern does show up, can you allow yourself to just breathe? Stop for a moment, drop into your body, connect back to that heartbeat, connect back to that breath, and remember, right, I'm alive. And so the very fact that I'm alive means that I'm creating every single second. And from that place, take a look all around you in your life. Take a look around your home. Take a mental look around your life, the people you have in your life, the opportunities you have in your life, the abundance that is present in your life, the money that you have in your bank account, the memories that you have created, the everyday magic and miracles that show up when you least expect it. Take a look at your life and actually see what is there. See with a capital S. Actually see what is there. Not what is not yet here, but see what you have already created. The work that you do, the relationships in your life, your relationship with yourself, the healing you have experienced, the abundance, the money, the friends, the joy, the laughter. See what you have already created. And can you just for a couple of minutes allow yourself to be in the energy of that? To feel the abundance of what is. Because the feeling of abundance is not just created when more arrives. When more arrives, it's easy to feel abundant because you have all the external reason to feel abundant, because somebody just bought something from you, because you just randomly received money, because you just found a $20 bill on the ground, because somebody just paid for your meal. It's easy to feel abundant when something is happening right away, to give us the tangible, immediate evidence that there is something to feel abundant for. But abundance doesn't just come from things happening more. Abundance comes from you seeing what is here right now and truly seeing it and feeling the gratitude for it. What is here right now? What is here right now? What have you already created? What have you already created? And can you just allow the fact that you have a beating heart and all the evidence that you already have, if you really need the tangible evidence, and all the tangible evidence that you already have for what you have created in your life, can you allow these two things to be enough for you to believe in your innate ability to create, to believe that you are a creatrix, to believe in your power, and to no longer let the moment-to-moment shifts and fluctuations of life change the way that you see yourself, change the way that you believe in your power, change the way that you believe in your ability to create. This is one of the most difficult things to navigate, anchor into, and remember as a human being. And I know this because I navigate through this every single day. And now more than ever, I swear, every single time I get a new tattoo, it's like it's truly embodied in my life. And I'm like invited into deeper initiation. So since I got desire tattooed on my wrist 2 weeks ago, it's been like potent codes coming through around manifestation, around actually what it means to be a creatrix. And so what I want you to think about here today is, what can you choose to create today? What can you choose to create today? Not just from a place of like, I got to think about the elephant and then it needs to show up. I got to think about the money and it needs to show up right now. I got to think about the partner and it needs to show up right now. Because just even in that, it needs to show up. There's that attachment. There's that heaviness. There's that lack because it's not here yet, so I need it to show up. Today, what I want you to do is play around with the concept of creating just by changing your perception. Can you create more abundance today by opening up your bank account, looking at however much money there is there, and feeling the gratitude that you have that amount of money there? Can you create more joy by seeing somebody comment something on your post and actually really feeling the appreciation of that recognition? Play around with creating in your life today just simply by changing what you make things mean, being more aware of what you can observe and changing what you make it mean. Because when you do that, this is how you get into energetic alignment, little bit by little bit. And that is how the big thing then has a space to show up in your life. And so what I want you to anchor in, placing your hands at your heart. I am a creatrix. I want you to say it out loud with me. And really allow this declaration to come from your body, to come from your heart, to come from your root. Like, this is truth. I am a creatrix. I choose how I perceive, and therefore I create what I desire. I am a creatrix. I choose how I perceive, and therefore I create what I desire. I am a creatrix. I choose how I perceive, and therefore I create what I desire. Let those words resonate in your body. There is a lot of power to affirmations when affirmations are not just done in the head. When affirmations are not just said because we think we have to say it because so-and-so said to repeat this thing and dance and twirl in it. Affirmations are what I call truth codes when they are declared from the place of the body and they are felt at a cellular level. And so this is another powerful part of the truth alchemy practice that I teach, is declaring your truth. And what I want you to anchor into and declare for yourself as your truth today: I am a creatrix. I choose how I perceive, and therefore I create what I desire. Let that be a full body resonance inside of you. Okay? So that is the transmission of the day. Oh, I love it so much. It's just so good. Like, this is so good. I feel like I am deepening my understanding and my embodiment as these codes come through, and I'm so excited to live into this at a deeper level in my life as well. So that concludes day 2. And like I mentioned, I will invite you, if you are enjoying this frequency, if you love playing in the field with me, Light Up and Manifest self-study is open for enrollment. So this is my 7-week manifestation program that is not just a step-by-step formula on how to manifest, as you can probably feel in my energy. I'm not interested in what you have to do to manifest. I'm interested in the person who you get to become. I'm interested in aligning you to the truest, most confident, most self-expressed version of you. Because that's what I truly believe all this manifestation desire comes down to, is that we get to become more of who we really are. And so Light Up and Manifest is one of my favorite creations. It is a 7-week program that used to be run live, and I will likely run future live rounds in the coming months as well. But right now it's being offered as a self-study experience that you can guide yourself through. Super beautiful. You know, we really work through healing at the subconscious, embodied, and energetic level, because ultimately that is the biggest thing, right? You already have that innate ability to create. So it's about unraveling all the untruths, all the things that are not you, and all the shadows, so that you can really step into embodiment of your true creator power. The way that the course is organized is that you have video transmissions, you have workbooks and worksheets for implementation, and then you also have a bunch of what I call truth embodiment practices. A combination of hypnosis audio, so subconscious recoding, embodiment practices, and Kundalini yoga practices that have radically transformed me. I'm so grateful for Kundalini yoga and the Kundalini Shakti. The biggest reason that I am doing the kind of work that I am today, and that I can show up here and share with you and transmit like this, is because of working with the Kundalini energy that has truly at a deep embodied level reminded me and activated within me who I really am and what I am capable of. And so this is a super beautiful experience, one of my most comprehensive courses. The other thing that I'm going to be doing for the self-study experience as well is adding new video transmissions as they come through, you know, these types of live transmissions. And so, you know, if you sign up now, whenever those transmissions decide to land, you'll have access. You'll be able to tune in live for the recording, and then you'll have lifetime access to everything. So until tomorrow night at 11:11 p.m. EST, there is the celebratory pricing. So you can get in to Light Up and Manifest for $444 USD, or there's a payment plan. And by signing up by tomorrow, at that time, you're also going to get access to a bonus group coaching call with yours truly, where you can bring in any manifestation, life, business, embodiment, mindset, spiritual healing questions, and I will guide you one-on-one on this journey. And so after tomorrow, the price is going to go up. And yeah, this is honestly a freaking beautiful experience that has transformed so many of my clients' lives who have gone through the program. And I think for me, what I love the most about this program is truly the inner child healing, the self-love that gets activated, and this transformation of your relationship with yourself, because at the core of manifestation, that is the most important piece. So that's it. That's all I have to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed this transmission. If you have any questions about Light Up and Manifest, let me know. And actually, before I hop off, I'll just drop the link in here. I realized I didn't yet do that. Okay, let me find it. Truth Alchemy Collective. Okay, let me just find the link for you. Light Up and Manifest. Come play in the field of Light Up and Manifest. All right, my love. So that's it. Keep me posted on how it goes as you anchor into your Creatrix powers today and intentionally create moment to moment through the meanings that you create in your life. Okay? I love you so much. tomorrow we'll be back, same time, 11:11 a.m. EST for day 3, where we'll be talking about expanding your capacity to receive. Okay? I love you.